The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
On the Eagles Sports Network, alongside head coach Simon Duffy, I'm Tanner Swift, as the Carson-Newman women's soccer team gets set for conference play when they travel to Hickory, North Carolina to take on Lenoir-Rhyne. And Coach, as conference play starts, you have a lot of players who have been along these regular season titles against conference opponents. You're 27-3-2 over these last 3 years, outscoring them 101-23. What's that say about some of these players who have been during that run and the way they're able to set up against conference opponents?
Yeah, they just know the importance of showing up for conference games, and that's a vital part of what we're trying to do. Our out-of-conference schedule is probably the toughest in the country, but again, we're not going to get any easy games in conference, and again, first one off the bat is away to Lenoir-Rhyne, so it's going to be a very, very tough one for us.
You look at a Gary Higgins coach side, who's probably, all things considered, one of the better coaches in the conference. If you could, as much as you probably don't want to, take yourself back to last year's game, a 2-2 high at home, where our post-game interview, you said it almost felt like a loss. Yeah. What did you all learn from that game against Lenoir-Rhyne moving forward?
Yeah, we took it as so, because we knew they'd be up for it. They were like a wounded animal. I think they'd lost two straight, which was very unusual for them, but I knew they'd be up for it, and they equalised. I think we had about 5 minutes to go off a corner, and we went slogging it for the next 10 minutes of overtime, finished 2-2, but we definitely took it as a loss. Our players did, coaching staff, and going forward from there kind of got us refocused and got us going, because we ended up winning a few games after that, you know. So very, very happy with how we did respond, but we definitely need to be up for this game, not only because it's Lenoir-Rhyne, but it's at their place, and a tough place to go and play.
They're also a team who's been well tested, just like Lee was early in this season. What have you seen from them early this season, obviously coming off that game against number 24 Tampa?
Yeah, they were down in Florida and came away undefeated, and had a St. Leo team, I think, on the Friday, won that game, and then quick turnaround Sunday and played Tampa at their place. Again, came away with a draw, but still against a Tampa team that's very, very good. So they've tested themselves as well early on. And I think that's going to benefit them as they move forward. But yeah, it's always going to be a tough test. Gary's he's a great coach, you know, great guy, and he'll have them well versed. And they've got some really, really good players returning, you know, a lot of firepower up front as well, and move the ball very, very well through the middle. So yeah, we're going to be up against it.
All season we've talked about some of these new additions and gaining some confidence early. Kennedy Rankin comes out, and even though she's looked great through the first 2 games, gets 2 goals. How does that help her moving forward? Yeah,
it was great, much needed from her, I think, because her movement has been fantastic. The runs she's making, getting herself in great areas, but just the finishing was lacking. And I think one of her best strikes is the one that came off the post, her left-footed strike that came off the post. So she could have easily had a hat-trick, but now two crucial goals for us, and obviously her second was the one that won us the game at Lee. So really happy for her coming in, but yeah, she's been working very hard. All the forwards do a bit of extra work, a bit of extra finishing. So again, I think it'll come as we go, but just even the link up with her and Mags for our second goal was just absolutely fantastic. You're not going to see better. So I hope long may it continue throughout the season. But we do need to get a few more now. Obviously, Emily's stepping up and turning into a real goal scorer for us. But the likes of an Ali-Ann, if she can continue to do what she did against Lise McRae, Elena Probst, Sydney Spad, kind of puts herself about there as well. I can see goals coming from all of those.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
He's head coach Simon Duffy. I'm Tanner Swift, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.